pandemic, and we noticed that there was a lot of lives lost during this time.
And so this song was inspired by the pandemic, moving on up?
It was actually out before the pandemic, but
Okay.
our push was from the pandemic. The push of the song was really from the pandemic. And it's been a lot of people tell us every time we do the song, it reminds me of the loved ones that I've lost. And one day we all got to meet the same, and we got to leave here and everything that we've been fighting for, or standing up for. One day we'll get our reward. So that song came to us as sort of I think it's going to be like an anthem. I hate to say a funeral anthem, but you know how Walk Around Heaven is a real nice anthem?
Oh, yeah, beautiful, yes.
I think this song is going to have that same type of attraction to it, because anytime we do it, I mean, we see people who are waving their hands, and then we catch a couple of tears falling, because it does bring them in remembrance of the loved ones that they've lost. So that's one of my favorites. Moving Up is one of my favorites.
Okay, and this is from the album Stand Still?
It is, yes.
Okay. Well, let's talk about some other music that's on there. I know you got a song, Chariot and All Right.
Yes.
All right, so let's talk
Chariot
about those.
is based on, in the old church, we always had that swing down your chariot, let
let it ride.
And so I said, well, let's do a little twist to it.
Okay.
My son and I, Ron Jr., we were in the studio one day, and we were just messing around, and I actually heard this song on Dream Girls. I said, I really want that kind of groove.
Okay.
But I want an old song to put a new groove to, and that's how we came up with Chariot. But it's really just telling people, no matter what you're going through, if your mindset is right, you can just wave bye-bye to all of your problems, all of your cares. It's just like going on vacation.
Okay. Well, speaking of that, during this pandemic, it has kind of brought things to a screeching halt for many of us. So how have you been spending the time with the group since you all have not been able to travel, and how has this impacted the group? Because we know that it's also a business too. So how has it impacted you guys financially?
Well, to be honest, the pandemic helped us.
Okay.
Because we were one of the few that dared to go when other people were staying at home. We still would go. I had a mindset saying, well, the God I served was a God before the pandemic.
Okay.
And so I know that this was a worldwide thing, and we followed all of the guidelines that was set before us. Now, I'm not going to say it didn't bring us to a time where we have to now think about things.
Right.
But, it helped us. It helped us really, because we kept things going. I actually had my 8th year anniversary during the pandemic.
Oh, wow.
And had one of the biggest concerts during the pandemic. We had, we counted 900 some people.
Oh, wow. Okay.
In Noonan, Georgia.
Okay.
But as far as business and the group, we just have to keep the guys encouraged. And, some of the guys got their shots. Some of the guys made sure, they were COVID free.
And that's important.
Yeah, we did a few guys got hit. With COVID.
Wow,
yeah,
okay.
I got hit.
Okay.
Steve, who's outside, he got hit. And we followed. I'm sorry, we followed mom and dad and grandmama's remedies.
Okay, well, we're going to talk about the pandemic, and we're going to talk more about that, because we certainly want folks to get their shots. We want folks to get vaccinated, because it's real.
Yeah.
And let's talk more about your experience, because that's what we want to also enlighten our community on about. Get vaccinated. And a lot of folks have some hesitations.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk more about how you handle getting COVID-19. We're going to continue with more of our conversation with Rohn from Reborn, and we're going to fade away to a little of music. So don't you go nowhere. Just enjoy this show. Enjoy this one from Rohn and Reborn.
Wow. Good God Almighty. Let me say this first. I was down and out. Every time I turned around, I was talked about. Yes, I was sure. Instead of helping me out of my strain, my friends went all over the town scandalizing my name. You know that they did. But let me tell you what I did. I turned my troubles over to Jesus. Forgot all about my problems. He reached down from his throne and fixed everything that was wrong. He made everything, yeah, ooh, yeah, oh, yeah. Yes, he did. I got a surprise. Dwayne sang.
You just lost your job and you don't have enough money to pay your bill.
No, you don't.
All you tried has failed. You asked everyone for help, but no one will.
I know you're right about it.
I know I'm right about it. Turn your troubles over to Jesus.
Yes, sir.
Forget all about your problems. Watch him reach down from his throne and fix everything that's wrong. I know that he will make everything wrong.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
Jesus said it in his word. Cast your cares on me. He came that you might have life and have it more abundantly. Ooh, yeah.
Dwayne, let me say it with you. Jesus said in his word, cast your cares on me. He came that you may have life and have it more abundantly. Oh, I know that he'll make it.
He'll make it all right.
I know that he will.
He'll make it all right.
Church, I done tried him. I know that he will. Listen, I was lost and idle. I was a sinner too. Heard a voice from heaven saying there's work to do. Took my master's hand. I joined the Christian band. And I can tell you when he made it all right, that day I called on Jesus. He'll make it all right. I know that he will. He'll make it all right. Oh, Jesus. I know that he will. Dwayne, can you give me a little help here now? Come on, sing.
I know he will.
Yeah.
I know he will.
I know he
He'll
will.
make it all right.
Yes, sir.
So many times
Yes, sir.
he made a way for me and my family.
Yes, sir.
March 29th, 1976.
Tell the story.
Tornado came to Canton and threw our little house down.
Yes, sir.
Look at Daddy calling out our names. The first name he called was Harvey. Are you all right, son? Harvey said, yes, yes, that I am. And then he said to Wayne, son, are you all right? And I said, yes, yes, that I am. But then when he called Mama, nobody answered then.
Come on,
I began to get a little worried. I said, oh, Jesus, I know you make it all right. And then out of nowhere, she said, I'm all right.
Don't go nowhere. I'll be right back after this.
Thank you to our sponsors and supporters of the Billy Holloway Show. Because of your support, we are able to bring uplifting, inspiring insights from gospel artists, entertainers, and celebrities to encourage people from all around the world. Learn more about partnering with us by visiting us online at thebillyhollowayshow.org.
We need a word for the people.
Hi, I'm Billy Holloway, and I offer myself as a candidate for the office of bishop in the Christian Methodist Episcopal Church 2022. You know, time is changed, and this pandemic has taught us to do things differently. I know some of us have been afraid of technology. We didn't know how we was going to do church. We thought we was going to have to always be in the building. But guess what? This pandemic has put us outside of the building. So we've got to find new ways to be creative. We've got to find new ways to do church. We've got to find new ways to do ministry. So if you elect me as bishop, I will show you how to do church differently, how to do church effectively, and how to do church efficiently. I'm offering myself as a candidate for bishop, and I solicit your prayers and your support. Again, I am Billy Holloway, and I am an aspirant for bishop in the Christian Methodist Episcopal Church 2022. Vote for Billy Holloway. God bless you, is my prayer.
We need a word for the people's pain.
I've written a brand new book entitled An Encouraging Word, bringing you an encouraging word, letting you know that God is able. And I want you to be sure to support our show by picking up a copy of our brand new book just for you. And you'll be glad you did. Well, welcome back to this edition of our show. Now, I know you're enjoying this music from Rohn and Reborn. I know you're enjoying this conversation. But Rohn, before the break, we were talking about you and COVID-19 and the impact that it had on your group and also you personally. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about that, because we know that we are in a real pandemic, something that's affecting us globally, not only here in Georgia, in the U.S., but across the world globally. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about that and how it had an impact on you personally and your group.
Well, me personally, when I first learned that I did have the virus, I took all the precautions. I had the sweats, the chills, and everything, and then all of a sudden, I got well. Then my wife got sick.
Okay.
So I had to not be around her for a couple of weeks. So it impacted everybody a little differently. Guys in the group, the guys that did contract the virus, we made sure that, they stayed away, made sure that they was, following all of the guidelines, all of the regimens that they need to do to get themselves back healthy. Group as a whole, we probably shut down about 2 months and just rehearsed, but we wanted the guys to get healthy. Then once the vaccination came out and was available, we encouraged most of the guys, some of the guys have their own reservations, but as you said before, it's real.
Absolutely.
The virus is real, and it's taking its toll. So in order to safely perform, we asked the guys to, make sure that they, if those are guys that want to get vaccinated, when they go get your vaccine and make sure that you're okay. Make sure you and your family's okay, because that's what's most important.
Absolutely.
Running up and down the road is one thing, but you got to come home.
Oh, absolutely.
And you got to make sure your home is okay and taken care of. So we encourage the guys, first and foremost, home is important. So make sure you get that done. Well,
you are a performer, you're an entertainer, but you're out there in the public. So, how did that make you feel, though, after you had contracted the virus and still trying to do this business?
Well, keeping my distance first.
Okay.
But
it's kind of hard, man, because I know what you do. Folks want to reach up and grab you and all this, come up to you. So how do you all make sure that they keep their distance?
Concerts that we were on.